All right, just on a walk, thought I'd recapitulate, really think about how strange this is all getting. That now something like the gray zone is in agreement, and Glenn Greenwald are in agreement with the notorious alt-right. Oh, but they're not alt-right because the alt-right won't have anything to do with them, because the alt-right actually, Richard Spencer actually supported Joe Biden because he thought Joe Biden really truly would just effectively use government for whatever he wanted to do. It's literally why Spencer supported him. And Spencer is supporting the Pentagon and Republican Democratic Uniparty effort to take out the Putin. And so something like the gray zone and the Groypers are on the same side. That people who are like super hard reactionary Catholic American right are now finding that the majority of evidence is on the side of people who are like, no, none of this adds up. This idea that Putin is doing something genocidal and outrageous is not true. That's not an accurate summation. Is it right? Well, I mean, it's power. It's a game of power. And Putin just showed everybody this is how the game of power is played. America is only doing this. This is really the stage where a lot of people are not, I think they're not really advanced in this way, that they're applying morality to the nation state or to leaders, but then they're not, and then they're going back and reapplying it. And no, this is about power and nothing more. Russia requires a certain stability for it to develop future markets of resource markets. There's this resource harvesting that cannot take place without an infrastructure. That infrastructure then has to be defensive or has to be defensible. And to even have such an infrastructure, maintain it, then maintain its defensibility, you need the humans there to do it. Russia has its own problems to deal with, completely logistics based, reality based. They have their own problems to deal with, and they're existential. And so there's certain power moves that once you've made it clear, like, you're going to have to do this, they have to do it. And that's what the Pentagon did. That's what the Western powers have done. They basically were like, we're going to fuck you, Russia. We're going to fuck you like a whore. And then it's like, and Russia's like, well, no. How about no? And then we're still, I'm finding it interesting, the kinds of elements of, like, say, Republicans or conservatives or this and that it's like, I'm having a hard time believing, like, Russia will lose a lot of soldiers. There we go. Russia will lose a lot of soldiers. Ukraine, fundamentally at a certain stage, will come to a point where it can't lose any more. There's just going to come a point at which there's just not enough people for them to be able to lose more soldiers, and that's it. While Russia could throw many, well, probably orders more number of bodies on the pile, and it looks like from history and from the present that they are willing to do that. And it's like that thing from the Untouchables. What are you willing to do? And that's now where the West is at. What are you willing to do? And the West is also at this stage where it's like, you don't have a draftable youth. You just plain out do not. If you were to attempt to draft the youth, you would. I mean, like, like how bad things got for Vietnam and morale will be nothing. Will be nothing. No, this was that fundamentally some part of the government seems to be split against another part, and we're seeing this now far more openly, where messages are coming out, and then from the White House itself, from the president itself, and then they're like, oh no, he didn't mean that. He meant something totally different. Don't worry, it's all good. We're all together on this one. We've got this. We don't worry. But now it's starting to get really, really embarrassing how obviously there's some element of the federal government that is thwarting the Biden administration, but not even having to try hard, like really not even trying. It doesn't appear it's taking a lot of work to thwart the administration. That kind of, the administration is kind of its worst known enemy at this stage. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. And it's to the point that it's actually, while there's a part of me that kind of wants it to be a little bit more comical. Is the street cut off? Like, there's road work ahead. I passed it on the other side. So does it go through? Forget. Oh, shoot. Now I'm at that stage, a fork in the road where you go, do you go down that way, then it looks like there's some road work, or you go down this way where maybe, oh no, that's where the homeless encampment is. Yeah, fuck all that. There's a split. Also, it's that there's something going on. So there's not only is the government kind of divided, where there's obviously people that are like, oh no, you can't do that. You can't. Yeah, like you, Mr. President, you can't say things like that. That's illegal. That would be a declaration of war. You need Congress for that. That kind of thing. But then there's the part of it that how we keep getting these rumors about Harris's people. We keep getting rumors about how AOC and them are being treated by the administration. So this is why I'm now at the stage where I'm like, no, obviously there's some massive split within the administration on their own side, policy-wise and like staff-wise, and of course it's because of power. People are gaming for their power, and okay. And see, a lot of people in Oregon have real trouble committing to the acceleration, so they'll take a turn slow. Like there'll be people who will take the turn fast, like they'll actually like smoothly, but in Oregon, people will take the turn like weirdly slow and will creep through like a turn, and that you're like, okay, are you, you don't know if they're going or not. And you can't really see what they're doing, when you're trying to look through the window because of, flare or something like that, and then you're just confused, But yeah, so now the part that I'm kind of fascinated by seeing the outcome of is how will the administration itself fall apart? Because it's happening. We're hearing the 25th for Biden. That's one way it could fall apart. Because that's bad. That would be very, very bad. Because so many, just the meme roll of all the people who are like, oh, all the 25th meme roll would be, it would just be glorious. It would be a glorious meme roll. But then the part about it that would get me is not even the Kamala getting power. It's really that at that point there'd be far more the open, the whole open, like Clinton and Obama and such people popping up, and so there's this part of me thinking, is the Hunter Biden stuff going to catch up to them all before then? Because now, every day now, the laptop is popping up in the news, and we all saw a lot of that shit. Like, who are those girls who look like Obama's daughters? Like, that was the one. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, what's gonna take it down? Because it's pretty fucking fascinating how bad this is getting for the admin. Oh, the classic car place. Oh, I will never have one, but I like looking. Oh, a dope ass fucking, what is that? That is a Vespa? Or is that no. Yeah, that is a Vespa, not a Lambretta. I should just do a quick little walk by this place, just be like, here in Eugene, Oregon, if you're in the market for classic cars, we have classic cars available. You see, we have plenty of Teslas for whatever reason that somebody would want to own a Tesla for, but we do have then also these really cool this place with, it's like British cars. A lot of them are British, if I remember right. But it's also, I'm imagining it's harder and harder to get classic cars. Hence the term classic for classic cars. Oh, but yeah, I gotta show you guys. There's this one that's fucking beautiful that's over here that, yeah, I don't even know what it is. I'm sure somebody like Jim, you'll know what this is. Yeah, let me show you guys. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So in Eugene here, we have the classic car place. So let's see. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Brighton. There we go. Brighton. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Amazing, dude. Yeah. Uh-oh. What we got over there? Oh, and look at that hog. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. That is a beauty. What a beautiful fucking front end of the frame. Yeah, that is fly. I like a good bike. Hope you guys got to see all that. There might have been a bit of flare there on the glass. I hope not, but yeah. So I was just taking a little walksy poo, and thought I'd get then a cup of coffee. Oh, now this is interesting. This is the second time I've seen something like this. There's another place like this that it seems they have partially. What is this? Small batch magic. Yeah, clothing handcrafted. So it's these partially finished clothiers, and they utilize now, like the kind of more modern technology of, I guess, tailoring, and they do the finished work on your clothing. And there was another place that I saw like this, that it was fundamentally a business a small seamstresses business, but that because there's been some robotics that have come out for seamstressing, and what they could do is take a piece of cloth and spray it with this material so the cloth becomes hard, like a plate, and then you could put them together and weave them together that way, and then you could wash that material, that chemical, back out, and it and the cloth loses its memory completely. Ooh, and another. Let's see if I can get it. Dude, that was fucking dope, dude. Nice. Everybody's out rolling. Yeah. And he had the DJT 45 license plate on that Nasty Mustang. That was fly. That was fly. I'm going to go and see about getting a cup of joe. So I'm going to let you guys go. All right, later.